Howdy. So, today was my day off, and I had all these big plans, and I needed to go to the store, and my idea was to go down to the CVS, pick up a few things, then over to Dominic's to get a few other things, and then over to the Aldi for my food because Aldi is cheap. Um, and what ended up happening was I did something that I never do. I had a plan and I deviated from it. I went down to the CVS and I could only find like two things on my list, things that I needed. And as I was leaving the CVS, I was thinking that there was some stuff on the list that I needed that I could only get from Target. Target is a 2-mile walk from my apartment, and so I rarely go to Target. I love going because I can get just about everything that I need, but I rarely go because it is a 2-mile walk, and it's been cold out. So I thought, like, I do need to go to Target, and so instead of turning right out of the CVS, I turned left, and I just went. Uh, Halfway there, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have gone without planning this because I could have taken in my recyclables and, you know, that sort of stuff. But I didn't stop. I just kept going. I walked 2 miles to the Target. I had my headphones on, and I did nice, leisurely shopping, and then 2-mile trek back. And so I got a lot of the shopping done that I needed. And I just grabbed some food at Target. I know that Aldi is cheaper, but I didn't really feel like after, 4 miles plus, walking around the store, I didn't really feel like going shopping anymore, so I just went ahead and grabbed a few things of food from Target to eat for, until I need to go to Aldi. So then I came home, and I was going to do all the stuff on my list. I was going to clean and do my laundry and do my dishes and get things set up so that I can start painting again because I really want to start painting. I have this beautiful image in my head and I want to try and get it out. Uh, but I got home and I was filled with energy from all the walking, and I was also starving because I hadn't eaten since way earlier, and I'd been gone from my apartment for 2 hours. So I sat down and I ate, and then I made a private video, and then I watched some Family Guy, and now my energy is going straight through the floor. So I'm trying to like pop myself up by doing a video because the videos tend to give me lots of energy. So I started transferring these happy lists to one list. I have plenty on here to try and like get me up and excited. Hey, for the next like 6.5 minutes because it's only gonna be a 10-minute video. I'm not doing any more. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna promise. I'm gonna try not to do any more videos that are longer than 10 minutes. Okay, so the last thing that I left off with was I don't know. Okay, Pappy Awards. Okay, the Pappy Awards. Where I went to college, Fairmont State University in West Virginia, Fairmont, West Virginia. The theater and art and music departments were in a building called Wallman Hall, named after Pappy Wallman. And so when I was, I think, a sophomore there, I had joined the Maskers, which was the theater group, and I joined the Maskers, and they wanted to do an awards show, an awards ceremony thing called the Pappy Awards. And that was the year that we were actually able to realize that dream. And everybody got all dressed up in formal wear, and we set it up in our studio theater, room 314. And we, I every year I was on the trophy committee, hand making the trophies in the shop. And so that was really cool. And each year we changed the design, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So just going to the Pappy Awards, having like this cool award ceremony thing that we get to go to, and we get to dress up. I love dressing up. Um, in like formal wear, real formal wear, like prom dresses and tuxes and stuff. And then and making the awards was always fun because I love working with my hands and handing out the awards and seeing who won. And then my junior year, senior year, one year I won 2 awards. It was very cool. I won Best Supporting Actress in The Merchant of Venice, and I won Best Hair and Makeup Design for A Sense of Place. That was cool. The Pappy Awards was great. Foot thing. The foot thing. Okay, I'm going to keep this very general. Once upon a time, I was seeing someone, and whenever, like, we would cuddle, I would push my foot down on the top of his foot, and he would push it back up, push his foot up, and there was, like, no explanation as to how that happened or why that happened or what it meant. We speculated that, like, if gravity had switched so that we were standing up, somehow he was, like, holding me up with his foot. I don't know. But it's just this neat thing. And like, neither one of us had ever, like, done that with another person that we'd ever seen or ever been seeing. So it was kind of cool to just kind of discover it. No idea what it means to this day. No idea what it means, but it's nice. I like it. The table. When I was in high school, my freshman year was a rough go. Oh my goodness, because all my former, like, friends, and I didn't have many. Oh, middle school was awful for me. I didn't have a lot of friends my freshman year of high school. They had all kind of, my friends from middle school had kind of branched off, and I didn't fit with their friends. And I had someone who was friends with me in elementary school be like, come over, sit at our table, it'll be fine. And I sat at the table, and I sat at that table every day of high school. It was the second table from the far wall, and I started out at one end, and every year, or semester or year, whenever people were, like, graduating, we would shift where we sat in the table, or at the table. And my senior year, I sat at the head of the table. It was awesome. It was so cool. I love that table. Lots of good memories of just conversations and the great friendships that I had with the people at that table. And a very interesting thing is that that was like the table of the offbeat people, the weird people. And by my senior year, more people wanted to sit with us than with the popular people. We had to branch out. We had 2 tables by the time I graduated. 2 offbeat tables. It was very cool. It's a very cool thing. Very awesome piece of my history. Act 1. Act 1 is where I went to school here in Chicago. Act 1 Studios. It recently shut down, but they're making a comeback, which is awesome because the thing about Act 1 is it brought me to Chicago, and it was my first home in Chicago. It was my family in Chicago. Like, I came here, I didn't know anybody. I have my grandma and my uncle live out in the suburbs, but I mean, in the city, I didn't have anyone. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have a job. You know, and it was a very scary place to be for me. And then I show up at Act 1, and instant family, instant home. It's where I belonged, and I love it. And after I graduated, I would still, like, go back and catch up with the teachers and sit around and hang out and eat lunch there sometimes. When it shut down, it was very devastating. But, keeping in contact with those people has been so valuable, like, so amazing to me. The Act 1 is just amazing. It's amazing. And the people who ran it and the people who were just there, yep, love it. Okay, so that's 10. See you guys later.